Hi, my name is Dalton Aldrip, sometimes known online as Puzzle-Headed Well9. The most critical aspect of covering the true perpetrators of a criminal conspiracy is to ensure that the accurate understanding of what occurred is never achieved. The best way to produce this effect is to create the illusion of false choice between two or more factually inaccurate representations of what happened, biasing the discourse to a pre-selected window of discussion. By offering a wide variety of methods of how it was done, the PsyOps team may circumvent the critical question, what is it that occurred? In other words, if they can get you arguing over how they blew up the buildings when in fact they did not blow them up, they never have to worry about the deepest level of the multi-layered false flag being revealed. When one begins with a preconceived notion of what occurred, such as airplane damage combined with fires or explosive demolition, we will look to the evidence with both a presumptuous and exculpating eye, overweighing the value of isolated data points that concur with our premature conclusion, and ignoring the evidence that doesn't fit our narrative. We can see this in the example of the satanic media puppet debunkers that would never acknowledge the smooth 2/3 gravitational acceleration measured from WTC-1 or the incredible 1G acceleration of WTC-7, and in the so-called truth movement, which ignores the lack of seismic impact and lauds Stephen Los Alamos Jones and Richard Cardboard Box Gage as authorities telling them the whole truth. And how readily the concept of explosive demolition can be debunked. The fact of survivors in and around the WTC Twin Towers who were not burned or blown to pieces. The selective damage to vehicles, but not buildings, people, trees, or paper. The visible active steel columns leaving opaque clouds of dust in their wake as a roar like a jet engine. Or the sheer improbability of being able to put explosive charges on every literal column, all 283 steel columns per floor, to illustrate the top-down progression. Or the risk of allowing for uncontrolled fires to be burning with high explosives, detonators, and transceivers present. Or the risk of discovery of explosive devices or residues in the buildings or the remains thereof. A response to the 9/11 nukers. You have noticed more evidence than most, but you have been baffled with bullshit. Your biased propensity to accept the tritium, strontium, barium, and carcinogenic data points, but unwillingness to accept or analyze the low-temperature molecular dissociation, low seismic impact, and lack of ionizing type radiation, plus survival of the retention dike and actual human beings inside and surrounding the World Trade Center towers, betrays your lack of sincerity. For further reading about the how I am often begged with by 9/11 nuke proponents, please read Eugene Malov's Fire from Ice, as well as the Tom Bearden collected works, such as Psychotronics. The 9/11 PsyOp has worked wonderfully. The truth movement is safely in the cage of explosive demolition and infighting about how they did their presumed it, which was the buildings being blown up. Meanwhile, the dunces who believe the official narrative can be safely comforted by the science man, TM, who can tell them truthfully that there is not good evidence for explosive demolition, but fail to examine what did occur at all, and lie that fires and gravity caused the near-total disintegration of the WTC Twin Towers. Learn to learn. Ask what happened, and 9/11 will unravel like a sweater and reveal the ugly, naked truth. Government is slavery.